Hello everyone, welcome to day 24 of Do Math with me. So as a part of this daily practice series wherein you will be taking your notebooks and doing a set of 4 to 5 problems along with me, today we have got questions from the third chapter of class 10th, which is pair of linear equations in two variables. So let's get started. Before we start, please pause the video, take a notebook and write today's date, and you can solve the problem before me. After that, you can play the video and just verify if your approach and mine is the same. Okay, so let's get started. The first question for the day is, find whether the lines representing the following pair of linear equations intersect at a point or are parallel or are coincident. So there are three conditions. You have to check for which one will this pair of linear equations, where will they fit in. So let's get started. So you are given a pair. Usually whenever you have a pair of linear equations, it has two variables. Here you have coefficients, which is a1 is 3, b1 is 1, c1. So let me write it for you. Here a1 is 3, okay. a2 is the coefficient of x in the second equation, which is 6. And then b1 is 1 because the coefficient of y is 1. b2 is the coefficient of y in the second equation, which is 2. C1 is 7 and C2 is the constant, which is 8. So now let's take the ratios. A1 by A2. What is A1 by A2? It will be equal to 3 by 6. So if you cancel it out, you will get 1 by 2. What is B1 by B2? It is also 1 by 2. You cannot cancel it further. What is C1 by C2? If you take the ratios, it is 7 by 8. Okay. Now using these three ratios, the values that you're getting, what can you infer? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2, right? A1 by A2 and B1 by B2 are the same, but that's not equal to the third ratio, which is C1 by C2. Therefore, it is the condition wherein the pair of linear equations are parallel to each other. Pair of linear equations are parallel, because that's what you're asked, isn't it? You're asked to check if the pair of linear equations, whether they'll intersect at a point, whether they'll be parallel, or whether they'll be coincident. So here we found that using the given ratios of the coefficients, we have found that this is what is applicable, that is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but that's not equal to C1 by C2. Therefore, the lines or the pairs of linear equations are parallel to each other. So whenever you have parallel, right, it means that it has no solution. And if it has no solution, it means the system is said to be inconsistent. So these are the things that you have to remember otherwise. So let's go to the second question. So the next question is 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y equal to 7. This is one equation, and 3 by 2x plus 2 by 3y equal to 6. Let's write what is A1 is 3 by 2. What is A2 is also 3 by 2. What is B1? 5 by 3. B2 is nothing but 2 by 3. What is your C1? It's 7. And your C2 is nothing but 6. Now let's take the ratios. What is A1 by A2? It's nothing but 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. Okay, which will be, it's nothing but 3 by 2. If the denominator is a fraction, if you bring it to the numerator, you'll have to take the reciprocal. So it's 2 by 3. So it'll all get cancelled and it is just 1. What is your B1 by B2? 5 by 3 whole divided by 2 by 3. So again, it's 5 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 2. So 3 gets cancelled. It is 5 by 2. Let's stop here. So what do you have here? A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. This is the inference that you have. Therefore, whenever your first two ratios, that is A1 by A2, is not equal to B1 by B2, it means the lines are intersecting at one point. So you can write, therefore the lines intersect at one point. And how many solutions will it have if they intersect at one point? It will be unique solution or one solution. Unique solution, also called as one solution. And will the system be consistent? Yes, the system will be consistent. System is consistent because it has a solution. Okay, so these are the things that you have to remember. I hope you understood. Let me know if you have any questions. Do post it in the comments. And do check out the previous video, yesterday's Do Math With Me series, if you haven't checked it out. Because yesterday we started linear equations and we did solve a few questions yesterday. So do check out if you haven't. Now let's move on to the next question. So you are again, it's a pair of linear equations which is given to you. So let's quickly write what is our A1 is 3, A2 is 4, B1 is 2, and your B2 is nothing but 8. What is your C1? C1 is nothing but, you can take it this side because your minus 11, the constant is in the LHS side. So here 7 we can take it to the left hand side. So it will be C1 equal to minus 7 and C2 will be equal to minus 11. Okay, so that there is a uniformity in how the coefficients are. So what is A1 by A2? It is 3 by 4. What is your B1 by B2? It is nothing but 2 by 8, which is nothing but 1 by 4. Now, the minute you have A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, you don't even have to go for the C1, C2 ratios. Okay, so the minute you get A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, therefore you can write both the lines intersect each other. Both the lines intersect each other at a point. Right? So this is how you have to understand and write or identify if a given system of equations will intersect at a point, or are they parallel to each other, or will do they coincide. Right? So this is all about identifying. Now let's move on to the next question. So this is the next question, that is 2x is equal to 5y plus 6 and then 15y equal to, so let's make it to a standard format. Okay, so 2x minus 5y minus 6 equal to 0 is the first equation, and then 6x minus 15y minus 18 equal to 0. I have just rearranged the terms. Now let me take what is A1 by A2 ratio. It is 2 by 6. So 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. So it's 1 by 3. What's your B1 by B2 ratio? Minus 5 by minus 15. Minus minus would get cancelled and 5 by 15 is 1 by 3. So you see A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. Let's check for C1 by C2 as well. So it is nothing but minus 6 divided by minus 18. So minus minus gets cancelled. 6 ones are 6, 6 threes are 18. Again, this is also equal to 1 by 3. So now what do you get? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. That's also equal to C1 by C2. Therefore, whenever all the three ratios are equal, that means the lines are overlapping each other. You should write, therefore, the lines are coincident. Okay, they are coincident. And what else can you say when the lines are coincident or overlapping each other? How many solutions will it have? It will have infinitely many solutions. Okay, infinitely many solutions. What else can you say? The system is consistent. And the equations are dependent on each other. So these are the points which you should remember. Okay, these are the extra points that I am telling you for a given question. Please remember, whenever the three ratios are equal, then that means the lines are coincident or overlapping. Okay. Now, let us move on to the next question, wherein we have to solve a system of equations graphically. Okay, so here the first question is x plus 3y equal to 6, 3y minus 2x equal to minus 12. It's very, very easy. Let's take the first equation, x plus 3y equal to 6. Let's take for various values of x and y. Okay, so for various values of x, let's identify y. So if x is equal to 0, right? So what can you think of? So 0 plus 3y equal to 6, which means 3y equal to 6. That means y is equal to 2. This is one value. Again, the next value. If y is equal to 0, what will be your x? X will be 6. Another value. If y is equal to 1, right? If your y is 1, this will be 3. So x will be 6 minus 3, which is 3. So these are the coordinates of the first equation. Okay, for the first equation. Similarly, let us find out the coordinates of the second equation, which is 3y minus 2x equal to minus 12. Let's take your x and y. So the very first thing, if x equal to 0, what will be your y? If x is 0, then 3y equal to minus 12, y will be minus 4. This is the first point. If y is equal to 0, what will be your x? X will be 6. Okay. And next, if your x is 3, right? If your x is 3, what will you have? So here you will have 3y minus 6 equal to minus 12. So 3y equal to minus 12 plus 6, which is nothing but minus 6. Y will be equal to minus 2. So what will be your y? Y will be minus 2. Right? So now let us plot both the points. The first point is 0, 2. Where is your 0, 2? Let's plot the first line. So you have your x-axis and y-axis. So 0, so this is your 0 point. 0, 2 is here. And then 6, 0. So your 6, 0 is going to be here. This is your first line. And then 3, 1 is your this point. Now let us draw a line which intersects all the 3 points. Right? So I'm going to make it intersect the 3 points so that okay, let me draw it again. Okay, so that's your first line. The second line is 0, minus 4. So this is your, let me change the color. 0, minus 4 happens to be here. And then 6, 0 is the same point. So let us just draw a line from like this. Okay. So now you can see. Now always make sure you write the equations. What is this equation? It is 3y minus 2x equal to minus 12. Right? And what was the previous equation? X. So you should write this. X plus 3y equal to 6. Always make it a habit to write the equation. And where do they intersect? So this is your point of intersection, right? What is the point of intersection? It is 6, 0 is the point of intersection. So therefore you should write, you are asked to solve the pair of equations graphically. So you can write the lines intersect at 6, 0. Therefore, x equal to 6 and y equal to 0 is the solution of the given pair. Is the solution. So this is your answer. I hope you understood. This is how you have to plot the graph clearly, very clearly after identifying the coordinates. Now let's move on to the next question. So the next question is also similarly, you have to plot or solve the pair of equations graphically. So let's go ahead and get the coordinates. So what is y equal to? Y is equal to, if you take y to the RHS side, y will be equal to x plus 1. Right? So let's find out the different values of x and y here. So when x is equal to 0, what is your y? Y is nothing but 1. Right? If y is equal to 0, what is x? X will be minus 1. I think 2 points are sufficient. For the next one, what is x plus y equal to 5? So let's again find the coordinates x and y for different values. For just 2 values minimum, it's bare enough. So x equal to 0, y is 5. If y is equal to 0, x is 5. That's all. So let's go ahead and plot it. The first one, for the first equation, 0, 1 is here. And the second one is minus 1, 0. This is the second point. So let's plot this. So this is your first equation. Okay, let me write it here. That is y equal to x plus 1. Now for the second equation, 0, 5. This is 0, 5. And then 5, 0. 5, 0 is this point. So let's go ahead and plot it. Just draw a straight line and write it also. That is x plus y equal to 5. Where do they intersect? Can you see the point of intersection? The point of intersection is here, right? This is the point of intersection, which is nothing but 2, 3. 2, 3 is the solution. So you can just make a note of it. So the lines intersect at 2, 3. So x equal to 2 and y equal to 3 is the solution. Okay, this is how you have to write. Now let's move on to the next question. Yeah. X plus 2y equal to 6. Let's do it the same way. So for the first equation, that is x plus 2y equal to 6. For various values of x and y. So if x equal to 0, what is y? Y will be equal to 3. Right? If y is equal to 0, what will be x? X will be 6. I think 2 points are sufficient. The next one, 2x minus 5y equal to 12. Similarly, x and y. So, if y is equal to 0, then 2x equal to 12, x equal to 6. Right? And then, if y is equal to minus 2, right, then it will become 10. If it goes to the other side, 12 minus 10, which is 2, x will be 1. Let's go ahead and plot it. So, first one is 0, 3. So, 0, 3 is here. And then 6, 0 is here. Let's draw the line for the first equation. This is the first equation. So, x plus 2y equal to 6. For the second equation, 6, 0, again, it's the same point. And then 1, minus 2. So, where is 1, minus 2 is here. Let's draw another line. Okay, so this is the another line. And you can just write the equation, which is nothing but 2x minus 5y equal to 12. Where do they intersect? They intersect at 6, 0. So what is the solution of this? The solution is nothing but, right, on the lines intersect at 6, 0. Therefore, x equal to 6 and y equal to 0 is the solution of this specific pair of linear equations. Okay. And then last question for the day. 3x plus y plus 4 equal to 0. So again, let's do the first one. 3x plus y equal to minus 4. Let's take for a few values of x and y. So if x is equal to 1, then what will be y? Y will be nothing but, if x is 1, then it will be 3 minus 7, right? Minus 4 minus 3 minus 7. If x equal to 0, y will be minus 4. right? For the second equation, that is 3x minus y equal to minus 2. X and y. If x is equal to 0, what is y? Y will be 2, right? If your x is equal to 1, in that case, 3 will go to the other side, so it's minus 2 minus 3. So minus 5. Minus y equal to minus 5, y equal to 5, right? So this is how you're getting. Let's go ahead and mark the coordinates there. So first one is 1 comma minus 7. So here it is 1 comma minus 7. 0 comma minus 4. So 0 comma minus 4 is here. Let's go ahead and draw the first line. This is your first line. And let's write the equation also. What is the equation? 3x plus y equal to minus 4. What is the second equation? Change the color and draw the second one. 0 comma 2. So where is 0 comma 2? Here. 1 comma 5. So where is your 1 comma 5? So let's go ahead and draw these as well. Right? So now where do they intersect? I think I should have this line. We can redraw it because the points are not accurate. So what is the first point? The second one is correct, but the first one, let us go ahead and redraw it. 1 comma minus 7. What is the first point? One comma minus 7. So 1 comma minus 7 is here. And then 0 comma minus 4 is here. So let's go ahead and draw it. Okay. Now, what do you see here? This is your first line. That is 3x plus y equal to minus 4. Okay. And what was the second equation? Make sure you draw it very correctly. 3x minus y equal to minus 2. So where do they intersect? You can see that the lines intersect at minus 1 comma 1. So you can just write it. The lines intersect at minus 1 comma minus 1. What does it mean? X equal to minus 1 and y equal to minus 1 is the solution of the given system of equation. So if you are accurately drawing it, you should be able to get minus 1 comma minus 1. Okay, this is how you solve a pair of equations graphically. So we have done enough and more questions today. Okay, do practice it, do go through it, and I hope it was a good learning today. Also, if you haven't checked out my other playlist, do check out the Do Math With Me series, Exemplar, exercise problems, NCERT problems, and everything is included in the playlist which is named after the chapter, that is your real numbers and polynomials. So, hope you understood and hope you like my teaching. Do share your feedback in the comments. And that's all for today. See you all in the next video tomorrow. Till then, happy learning and do share, and please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.